I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I just did a video. It's deep. It's layered. It's got a lot of that whole numbering system that I've had since, good grief, since the day I was born, I'm sure. Well, we know that all things are established from before the foundation of the world. But even as a child, I had one of those, what you call imaginary friends, and his name was Canocker. And I ended up getting a cat, and we named him Canocker. I named him Canocker. They were like, what do you want to name your cat? I was like, Canocker. I'm 2, 3 years old, maybe 4. I'm assuming, yeah, I was 4, possibly 5, because I know where we were living. So yeah, I was a 3, 4, maybe 5-year-old with my imaginary friend. Excuse me, with my cat Canocker. The imaginary friend was established, I don't know, 2 or 3 years old. Well, what do you think kids are seeing when they have imaginary friends? They're seeing the spirit world. And they're at an age where they don't really anything they're going to remember as an adult. So, like, I never remember discussing my imaginary friend with my parents. That was in the 1 to 2, possibly 3-year range. 3 is where you're establishing that you're light conversation. 4, solid conversation. So I was probably 2 or 3 years old, where my mom had always told me I had an imaginary friend. The doctor said it's normal. Well, so, and being that we teach the truth in God's word, and we're tracking the Antichrist and all these things we always tell you, we like to think it's the Holy Spirit that's always been there for me and with me, and not me being of my father, the devil. So the last video I did, I just popped it about let's say 3 minutes ago. It's fascinating. Look at that. I hit Lily, and there's Lily James. So I go over her very briefly, not hardly established at all there. Or not much time spent on that, but just all these dates and numbers through transfer portal, different reasons why different dates throughout the year of 2022 can pop up, be real, at least to me. And I would love to see what y'all think. This video here, enough time on that. This video here is absolutely dedicated to Michael and his hard research, his excellent research. And right now, Michael is going to keep us very focused on the 29th of April for this big event that would open the book of the Bible. And I did establish in that previous video that it's the 98th verse where you get the white horse and the crowning event. White horse crowning, okay? And that's when Jesus, it says, at his death, comma, crowned. So death, and that's in Hebrews 2:9. So we established that the Antichrist receiving a crown, or having a crown given to him, is what is spoken of 3 times in Revelation 13, which is the deadly wound, and which is also spoken of once in the Old Testament as right eye utterly darkened by the idol shepherd. So just a lot of stuff. Let's go. I saw a comment by somebody, and we will get to it. I need to get to comments. This needs to be that kind of video too, where we do your comments. I'm sure there aren't many, but there was one I saw that was fascinating, and there appears to be only one. Look at that. Venus/Jupiter ... morning star space double space conjunction on 4:30 as well. Jupiter Venus conjunction on April 30th, 2022. East before sunrise on April 30th and May 1st. Catch the second brightest planets, Venus and Jupiter, very close together at the beginning of May. That's because the two planets conjunction, when they pass one another in right ascension, comes up at 19 UTC on April 30th. Absolutely fascinating. 19 UTC in Eastern time zone. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. for us is 19 UTC. 19, of course, 7 p.m. My goodness, they're that far apart. We're that far apart from them. Oh, and it says right there, 7 p.m. Okay. That's a 8-hour time frame difference there. Okay. I didn't remember it being that. I always thought it was 5 to 6. Okay. So it's fascinating, right? And so we got the astro deintist. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, it's their satanic world of astrology. And we do know, though, that the Lord will establish, as they will follow through with things taking place with celestial events. The Lord doesn't randomly let Satan do anything, because God has created the end from the beginning. And then later on, we showed you yesterday, he says, I create evil, I create darkness, I, the Lord, do all these things. And then later on, he says, and then these things are all established, even the evil of the world for the day of evil. And that, again, that's Isaiah 46:10, Isaiah 45:7, Proverbs 16:4. It's the Proverbs 16:4. I absolutely butcher every time. Proverbs 16:4, King James Version, Bible Gateway. I just know it ends with the day of evil, and it seems to be all I can ever get out. The Lord have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. He's established everything. There's not them following a celestial event. Now, are we supposed to use astrology for our own lives? And, oh, I shouldn't work out that day, or I shouldn't ask this girl out until the new moon, or I shouldn't ask this girl out until such and such a day. No. That is you taking part in Luciferianism, Satanism, Wicca, wickedness, blah, blah, blah. You're channeling demonic spirits when you're dealing in that world, and that's how you're living your life. So let's look at how Venus moves way faster than Jupiter and Saturn. From Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, this is the speed of how they move. Pluto, the slowest. Neptune, the next slowest. Uranus, then Saturn, then Jupiter, then Mars, then Venus. Venus and Mercury move faster. And then, of course, the moon changes sign every 2.5 hours. Excuse me, changes a degree every 2.5 hours. Mercury, How many days until Mercury changes a zodiac sign? How long does Mercury stay in one zodiac sign? How long does Mercury stay in one zodiac sign? Look at that. It still wouldn't. Mercury's length in each sign due to retrogrades, 15 to 60 days. Well, a retrograde because it'll go up, backwards, then back forwards again. But there it is, about 15 days. Where the sun moves through a sign every 30. The moon moves through a sign every 2.5 days. Venus, you know how they say us about every month, right? Every 30, 29, 31 days do we go through, because they've got the Earth moving. Of course, the Earth does not move. So Venus and Mercury goes a little faster than the Earth, Mars a little slower, and then even slower as you go out. So you see Venus is at 18 Pisces, Jupiter is at 26 Pisces. Well, Jupiter will still be at 26 Pisces because it's only at 5 degrees. So by the time it conjuncts, maybe it'll be at 6 or 7 degrees, right? 8 or 9 degrees, who knows? But it'll still be at 26 degrees. I know it's degrees over here, degrees over there. I don't know. So let's say Jupiter's still at 26. How many days till Venus, which moves about every 15 hours? No, I'm sorry, it's 15 days. So that means it's moving roughly every 36 hours. It's saying that it's going to hit 9 days from now. 18 to 26. Well, it'd be 18 to 27. So it's Jupiter's either going to stay on 26 and Venus will catch up to it at 26, or Jupiter would roll to 29, to 27, which I doubt, and then Venus will connect to it on the 27, but they will hit on the 30th, like everybody's saying. That's fascinating, because you also have an eclipse on that day, because the sun, which is in Taurus, the moon will be in Taurus, and you will get a new moon on the 30th. Let's go to Michael's prep. All right, inauguration singer Lee Greenwood, Trump is a patriot, Rolling Stone magazine. When country singer Lee Greenwood wrote the thoroughly patriotic hit God Bless the USA in 1983, I would imagine the Ghost in the Machine floated that to them. What do you think? I would sure think so. Now again, Greenwood. It's all about green. Mother Earth, the tree goddess, grove worship, all goes back to Mother Earth worship. Asherah, Astarte, Isis. Lee Greenwood sings at Trump rally.
Bodewell gets appliance support started.
Going to throw the club signal right there with his hands. Oh boy, look at that. The trumpets are up there. Both of them. You know, you do remember both their names came combined to 666. Donald Trump and Mike Pence came to 666 in Jewish gematria. Wasn't that just like absolutely, positively supercalifragilisticexpialidociously fantastic? Donald Trump, Donald Drumpf, Mike Pence. Every time it's Drumpf to fulfill that prophecy of 666. And then Horn fulfills the other prophecy of being here in his own name, because Trump is a horn is a Trump, and the horn is the Antichrist of the Old Testament. Donald Drumpf, Mike Pence equals 666. Jewish gematria. Thank you, Michael. Good stuff there, sir. Let's move on. Biden removes Lee Greenwood from National Endowment of the Arts. Insane in the membrane. That's crazy. Like Michael and I were saying on the phone, like, nobody does that. Clearly a political shot across the bow, but really theater and done for crazy, goofy things in their world. Greenwood was first appointed by George W. Bush in 2008. Greenwood was reappointed to 6-year terms. Oh, President Biden, 6-year appointment by George Bush. You know the song "God Bless USA." So hearing Biden administration, and he's cleaned house, and finally he's fired a patriot. Right? Hilarious, hilarious. These people. He's a patriot. Whatever. Why does President Trump, excuse me, I had to say that, Trump like Lee Greenwood so much? Well, what Michael's telling us is a complete list of Donald Trump tweeted happy birthday. Okay. I thought there was like a, all right, Trump just wished the wrong Lee Greenwood a happy birthday on Twitter. Of course, that's to let you know, or that's to make you think that when we tell you Trump's Twitter account is nothing more than AI, ghost in the machine. Same with, you know, that letter, M-N-N-O-P. Yeah, that letter, the 17th letter of the alphabet. That, of course, was just AI tweets. And Trump's is AI too. That's why Trump would be tweeting at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. People are like, he's always up. He's always up working on America. I can't sleep. He's always working on America. No, man, the AI is laughing at you by tweeting at 2 or 3 in the morning, and you thinking it's Donald Trump, went to bed early and is already up doing the world's business. Whatever. So Trump wished the wrong Lee Greenwood a happy birthday. President Trump wished Lee Greenwood, a writer, God bless him, happy birthday, instead of tagging Melvin Lee Greenwood, who turned 75 on October 27th, which Michael is saying that's during the Donnie Darko date of 26th through the 30th. Now, one thing else I thought of that I didn't include in my last video is that I've been thinking of, though, is that April and October are opposite months across the circle of your 12 months, okay? And so April 26th through April 30th is directly across from April 26th to April 30th. And don't forget the Day of the Dead. It's a 3-day ceremony that began on the 31st through November 2nd. So there is no April 31st, right? But you got April 30th. Well, I mean, excuse me, we're looking at April 29th, which that's part of the Donnie Darko Halloween festival. It ran from the 26th to the 30th. So, and you're like, well, why isn't it running on Halloween? It's a Halloween festival. Why does it stop on the 30th? Because it's all about April and there is no 31st. I don't know. So anyway, so it's October 29th, October 30th, and November 1st, which would actually be April 29th, April 30th, May Day, May 1st. So something to throw out there. It's kind of what the last video I did. It's a lot of stuff in that realm of looking at things through a, you know, through a different prism, so to speak. Greenwood speaking at the 1988 Republican National Convention with President Ronald Reagan and First Lady Nancy Reagan behind him. Good stuff, Michael. That's a great find that Michael's got. Lee Greenwood in 1988. Fascinating. Lee Greenwood, Wikipedia. Melvin Lee Greenwood comes to President Donald Trump, full reduction. Also comes to 666. 119, which is 119, is Donald in Jewish gematria, but day 119 is the 29th of April. And I know we've said, well, Donnie Darko was released on January 19. Well, the fact that this April 29th is the 119 day of the year, and that Donnie Darko was released. So that's another way we can say it began, right? Which is all about him going down. That's huge. That 119 is tremendous. Now that we're approaching April 29th, it's tremendous. Joanne Adam Weishaupt, founder, Johann Adam Weishaupt. My mind was drifting. I wasn't realizing what I was saying. Founder of the Jesuit Illuminati on May 1st, 1776. So Melvin Lee Greenwood comes to the founder of the Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt, full name. Also comes to September 11th. Also comes to, Melvin Lee Greenwood comes to Back to the Future, and also comes to Book of Revelation, which is when we do go back in time, at the beginning of time, when God established the future end times book of Revelation. It's back to the future. The book of Revelation is going back to when it was established, to the future events of the future end times. Back to the future, book of Revelation. They're one and the same. That's why it's called Back to the Future, because it's about Donald Trump going back to his future. And we already established that the Lord has created the end from the beginning, from ancient times to the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel will stand, I will do my pleasure. He has already ordained the end from the beginning. And if you have followed me for a while and through Bible studies and whatever, you realize that the Lord has chosen us in him from before the foundation of the world. That's Ephesians 1, 4 and 5. Written as plain as the nose on your face, and connects with the rest of the Bible. John 3:16 does not connect to the rest of the Bible. That is why we realize that it is a false translation. For God so loved, in the Greek, cosmos. We use the first definition. That's what God so loved. His harmonious arrangement of his sheep from when? From before the foundation of the world. That's what he so loved, because Jesus said in Matthew 15:24, I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Well, I thought he came for the whole world. Nope, that's what we say. John 3:16 does not fit the rest of the Bible, which is why they took a false translated verse and shoved it up your nose since the day you were born, to feed you a false doctrine that is just as false as any other world religion out there. Dragging the tree goddess into your house, putting a female angel on top of your tree and going, well, I'm doing this for Jesus. You're an idiot. Also comes to assassinated. Also comes to false flag shooting. Whoops. Good grief. Michael, this is brilliant stuff, my friend. Well done. That right there would be worth a video, just this one email. Sell in May, sell in May. There's a long time old Wall Street expression called sell in May and go away. I had no idea that it was also known as the Halloween indicator. My goodness gracious alive. All right, now time for gematria on just Lee Greenwood without his first name, Melvin. Lee Greenwood comes to Donald Trump, June 14th. The Dark Knight Rises, Lone Pine Mall, 2022, Black Monday, James Bond, solar eclipse. And we have one win, 4/30. Good stuff. Is it a total solar eclipse? Nope. Does it have to be? Nope. Michael's on fire. Man's on fire right now. LC Greenwood, born 9/8. There's 9/8. 9/8, y'all. What I tell you about 9/8 in that last? The book of Revelation is opened at Revelation 6:2 is when the whole world first understands that the book is opened, because the Antichrist has literally been given a crown. He has been given a fake false death. That is something the whole world will see. We, only us sheep that are called to understanding this, will be the ones to actually know the book. We are now living in a live exercise, as Mike Pompeo said when he just was saying it in a joking, sarcastic way concerning the illness, which we told you was a ritual for when he gets the deadly wound. LC Greenwood, who played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, comes to 121. That comes to Donald J. Trump, Don Trump, Damian Thorne, Revelation, Antichrist, Gotham City, Christian Bale, LC Greenwood, Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all know I want to know his number, right? Okay, he was 68. Which is the opposite of 86. It's almost like the undoing of the 86, which would sort of kind of flow with, I was dead, but now I'm alive. I was 86, but now I'm 68. I love the fact that he's born on that, and it's the year Trump was born, 46, but it's the year. And what does that LC stand for? Don't forget that IPEC GOAT has what? The LC on the ground. I thought I was recording and I didn't. Y'all, Barack Obama, birth certificate. His next progression is on the total lunar eclipse of 2022, or the first one, as per when we see Lily. And he's sweating it out. And I told y'all that, you know, about this Lily James that suddenly is, you know, all up in my movie screen. Now notice he is 31968,000 minutes old. And Trump and I's combined number. It ends in 1968. We have a 322 right in the middle of our combined number. And my friend was born, my friend whose birthday is May Day, she turned 13463 days old, and 33 days later, I turned 22196 days old, and 33 days after that is what? The total lunar eclipse, and Barack Obama hits a progression on that day from his birth. And this has all been about Barack Obama's birth certificate. Good grief, people. So Trump's either going down on the new moon and then rises up through the full moon, or he's going down May 14th when he turns 11 months old. And Israel turns 888 months old on the 14th. This is fascinating. I can't no more get enough of this than the man in the moon. This is just man in the moon. Sorry. Going back to my pagan roots when I was little on that one from the 60s and 70s. I was a pagan up until I stopped celebrating Christmas. I'd tell you that. And Easter and all that stuff. But still didn't really fully receive the call until the Lord showed me the truth of election and predestination. Hell not being eternal torment. I had learned before that, a few years before that, or a year before that. But wow, this is just, I'm telling you, what's the truth, y'all? Good grief. Is it the 29th? Is it the 30th? Is it May 1st? Because it's a new moon. And then he will rise up through the full moon. Or is it the 29th? And he rises on May Day. Mayday, 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 Earth under attack. So the 29th, 30th, May Day is on a Sunday, right? Okay. Because the 29th is a Friday, Saturday's the 30th. There's no 31st, so Sunday is May Day. And then by May 2nd, markets crash. Or are they just establishing a lot of things in the spirit world during, this conjunction of Venus, Jupiter, this Beltane, or whatever they call their pagan holiday of May 1st. And don't forget I think it was this video where I said April and October are directly across from each other. It was this video. Beltane, May 1st. Beltane is May 1st. Celtic New Year. Celtic New Year, October 31st, November 1st. And it says over here in parentheses, or May 1st for neo-pagans in the Southern Hemisphere. These two, and since there are no hemispheres, I'm telling you, April and October are polar opposites of each other. Wow. What I love is that these are related to All Saints Day. And where was I head football coach at? All Saints Academy. We just got to love that. Good grief. I'm just fascinated. I'm a little dumbfounded right now. I don't mean to be giving you dead air time here. I'm just, my mind's racing a little bit here. Mason Greenwood. So again, Greenwood, evergreen. It's all about the tree goddess. Decision time for this gentleman. Track Obama's birth certificate through the 37s. I sent that and put it in my Michael's prep because I knew I'd be knee deep in Michael's prep. And wow, does that ever give us something most miraculously? Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say. Wow. Y'all. And I wanted to go back and look at items like, I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I wanted to look at dates again of things. What was it? I think it was certain songs. I think it was the dates of when songs, that things that we might have looked up before, but to revisit them now that we're reestablishing different dates. And I don't know if it was movies or people's birthdays, famous people. I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. My brain is absolutely fried. Michael, just fascinating stuff again, with your gematria and the way you brought us this whole, everything bounces off eclipse. And Barack Obama, are you kidding me? Who knew, Michael, when we had that conversation today? Birth certificate was a big deal. I'm going to track his birth, I told Michael. How would we know, Michael, that it would land on 22 that it would land on 22200 on a total lunar eclipse? And there's the look on his face right there. Could it be? Could it be? Because see, that 14th is on a Saturday and that total lunar is on a Monday. I'm freezing my camera on this for a second. Why? Because I hope this pops up for my thumbnail. Sometimes if it's a picture that's been up for a while, it will establish it for your thumbnail. I love you guys very much. God's will be done concerning all of us, one way or another. And let's pray, keep each other in our prayers for God's will to be done, and for all of us to be able to handle God's will that he has established from before the foundation of the world for us, that we can handle it. Love y'all.